Hey guys, and welcome to Dominions 5 with me, Time and Tactics. This is episode 1, where we're going to kick off our game as the Nabob, Middle Ages, the new faction, nation, that was released as part of the Jubilee update, 2-year anniversary of Dominions 5. If you haven't seen it, I have an episode 0 where I go over my Pretender, so you can check that out if you want to, but if you're ready, let's get going here. So, I'm using a special map here. It's the, what's it called? The Pork Rinds map that you can find in the Steam Workshop. But I did modify it a little bit. I thought there was a couple of different, provinces weren't connected in all the places that I was thinking they should be. So I made a few small modifications. And I also set up our start to be right here by default. The Naba, as you may know, are a desert people. So I think it's fitting that we start down here. Per the map, this area right here is like a desert, so it's hotter here with the heat scales. I think you can see that over here. Yeah, we already have heat scales over there, so that's going to work out pretty well, I think, thematically. Let's take a look at the map and see what we have, first of all. So here's the map, the Pork Rinds map. I didn't make it. I do actually have the same tool that the person used to make this map. It's a pretty cool map tool. The name, I can't remember the name now, but anyway, it's pretty cool. Makes it very easy to make maps that look pretty good. Okay, so we have, how many thrones do we have? We have 15 thrones, I think it is, total. We need 10 ascension points to win in the game, and there's actually a throne right over here, I noticed. Okay. Now, they're going to be spread out, so we're going to have to travel the world to take over more territories, obviously, to win. We're down here, and I know from the map that this here is marked as a large region and fresh water. So I think we're going to have a lot of growth and a lot of population here. And this one over here is with a city on it. It's also marked as a large region. So we can have more population there as well. So that's going to be a priority to take, right? And over here we have, I think this area right over here has magic sites. So we'll see if we can go over there and get it. It's a greater chance of finding magic sites anyway. Okay, so with Naba, well, let's take a look at our starting situation here. We're starting, well, actually, let me turn on a few things here. If I press 9, I get the province name, so Naba is over here. If we press, I think it is Control M? Yeah, Control M gives us these numbers in white. That shows you how many movement points you have to use to move to that province for a generic unit. So we haven't anybody selected right now, but if you select somebody here, like this unit here, you can see here it takes 10 to go over there. So yeah, that's kind of handy to have. We could do Control 9 as well to see the province IDs, but I don't think I need to know those, right? But we can turn on by pressing Control 3, I think. Yeah, the Dominions candles here. We have one over there and one over there. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Okay, let's look and see what we have in Naba itself. Population of 29,000, income 462. Resources are 83. It's kind of a bad province, right? It's a wasteland. It's a very low income here to start off with. And because of our goddess, and if you didn't see episode 0, I selected the, I think it's called the Neterated of Many Names. Well, I named her Adara anyway. She has a bonus when it comes to research. Anybody who's researching in the same province as she is gets 2 extra research points. Also, she gets another, herself, a 10-point bonus to research. So when she comes in, she's dormant right now. I'll put her to work here in Naba probably. At that time, hopefully we'll have a few more researchers already going. So that would be nice. We also have set up, I set up the luck scales and magic scales here to 3. So we're going to get an extra boost in research here of 3, as you can see here. Research plus 3. And our luck is going to be more, well, we're going to get more events, and hopefully they're going to be good. I do like that quite a bit. I think we only have Dominion 4 starting out, so we have to get temples. Each 3 temples, every 3 temples you have, it gives you another Dominion. And that's going to be helpful to recruit our sacred units. For every Dominion you have, every max Dominion, you can recruit a sacred unit. So I want to get that up, because I think I want to recruit my units, because I have a few blessings here. So we get morale plus 1, attack skill plus 2, solar weapons, and I think they do 3 armor piercing damage from fire, And then magical leadership plus 10. We'll see if we can take advantage of that. See how that goes. I'm thinking maybe we can create some thugs later on. We have some options. I'm pretty much a noob to the game, but I want to try out a few things. I think I know the game, how to play it, right? But the key to play it well is to know the different options you have in the items you can create and the research you can do, and kind of understanding your units really well. We'll see how well I can do. By the way, the game is set up to have, it's a pretty big map, right? We have 225 land provinces and 86 water provinces. It's set up to have 13 land provinces, including us, land nations, and also 5 water nations. So you can see we have 3 of these thrones out here in the ocean. I've turned on the statistics, so we're going to be able to see everybody, the stats of everybody. I kind of like to see that. And we have 10 ascension points required. You can see what we have here. So we'll see what we can find. I have, obviously don't know what we have yet. We don't know how strong this throne is over here. Maybe, hopefully it's a level 1, so I can take it pretty quick. But let's start by looking at what we have in our province. Well, we have a fortification, obviously. So administration 45. If you don't know how that works, that means that any province that is adjacent, that's connected here to our province, you can see all the arrow or the lines going out there. If we take them, we get 45% of their resources. And, well, we have one here, for instance. You can see resources here, 33. The way you do it is you double this number, and then you take the administrative value of your fortification. So this is 66. 45% of that would be about 30. So we get 30 more resources. Right now we have 83. So if we add on 30 to that, what do we get? 93, 103, 113. We'll see if that's true, if we can take this one, if that's actually going to happen. And we have a laboratory. Laboratory for us is actually cheaper. They only cost 250 to create or to construct. That's going to be helpful. Here's our 1 temple that we have as well. So we only have 1 temple. Remember, getting the 3 temples gives us another dominion strength, which is going to be helpful to get more of these sacred units. It also helps us with morale in our own unit, on our own area. And if you ever lose all your dominion, you're out of the game, so we don't want that to happen. Then we have 3 special buildings here. The Jana gives us the option to recruit Malika. We'll take a look at them in a second. And the Gen Guard. And then we get 1 air gem, 1 earth, 1 fire, and 1 astral pearl. The Great Dam gives us 1 water gem, as well as growth, which is going to be helpful, right? Getting more population is never bad. And then we have the Vault of Incense and Marbles. That gives us extra money. If we're going to build all those temples, that money is going to come in handy. Right now our income is 462. We're spending 27 on upkeep. I had to keep that in mind. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look and see what we can do as far as recruitment. If you press R, you can go straight into the recruitment screen. It's also over here, there. And by the way, on any screen that you're on, not just this one, if you press if you press question mark, you get all the options what you can do on that screen. It goes from battle to all different options. So that's just a really good way to get familiar with what you have. All right, anyway, let's go back into the recruitments. Well, let's take a look at it and see what we have, first of all. When we start the game, we start with 1 giant leader here and 1 scout. And we have 6 of these giants and then a couple of desert warriors over here. Something to keep in mind, right? Anyway, back into the recruitment screen. Let's take a quick look here. Well, what do we have? Well, right away, I want to tell you that we only have 1 sacred unit here that we can recruit. And that's the Gen Guard. So we don't have a lot of options, but he is pretty good. I feel it's not bad. It has glamour, which gives you that mirror image option where you can... this makes it much harder to attack, right? Decent numbers in protection and defense, I think. Gold is 40, but because he's sacred, the cost is cut in half. So normally you'd take the gold, the recruitment cost in gold, and divide it by 15. That's how much you pay for the unit. In our case, for the sacred, we divide it by 30. So it's a little bit over 1 gold per unit. Well, let's not go through maybe... If you want to look at all this, go back to episode 0. You can see what I talked about the units there. But let me talk about what I want to do when the game starts here, right? We have these giants, 6 of these here. They're pretty good. they're comparable to our sacred unit, I would say. A little bit more expensive in the upkeep area, cost 2. They have a little bit different. The stats are very similar, actually. Very strong, right? Size 3, so they're bigger than humans. Humans are size 2. Do a lot of damage. They can hold their own, but you know what? I was watching somebody else's discussion about Nabaa, and they talked about getting, instead of getting the elite soldier, maybe go for the light infantry. The elite soldier is 30 in gold and 26 resources. This one here is 25 gold and 20 resources. So cheaper. You can get more of these units. What they have instead of just having, was it a sword they had here? A scimitar, yep. They have a javelin and a spear, range 15. So what we can do with them, they can run forward, throw their javelin, and that's a lot of damage, 17. And do a lot of damage on the enemy, and then engage with their spear. And they're going to be good enough for that. Their values here are not much different in defense than our big giant, or our melee giants, right? So I'm thinking I might go for these to throw their spears. And then we'll get the Gen Guard to be the close combat units. We'll see how that works, because remember, my Dominion is kind of low. It's only 4, so it can only recruit 4 every turn max. We'll see how that goes. By the way, the Gen Guard also are good bodyguards, so we can always keep him as that. So I want to get those as well. Now, here's something else I want to do, though. In a battle, you know how it is. So the enemy kind of comes forward and they attack. They kind of mass it if they have a lot of units, right? It's kind of hard. With giants, you don't get that many. You can be overwhelmed. What we could do is we could use this unit here, the Nabaean Camel Rider. It is 22 gold and 8 resources. But what they get is this falcon over here. That falcon is a bird. You can see the stats. You can't see the stats, but the bird will fly right away to the enemy, and then they will engage the enemy. Well, they're not going to make it. They're not going to defeat the enemy, but they will engage a couple of the enemy units. So while a few of them are advancing, some of them are going to be held up. That gives us time with our giants to do something, right? So maybe we'll get a couple of those. At the beginning of the game, we don't have that many, but maybe just get a couple. Maybe just 2 of them, and then we'll add in. Well, I want to get my Gen Guard. I have 4 slots here I can get. I can get 2. It's always worthwhile, by the way, to recruit past your point, because whatever you recruit is going to carry over. So the 15 here will carry over to the next guy, even though it needs 11 more, 26, right? So that's fine. And we can't use the last one. Okay. Well, we can't use this many. Well, we can use this many. We have one more spot here. We need to get a leader. I think it's good to have a leader right away. Now, we have to think about our profit, right? We have 2 units right now. A scout leader, this one over here. Nothing special. And then we have a Adite general, a giant. I think, and this again, I got this idea from somebody else on YouTube, and that is to take the Sheik over here. If you look at him, his combat speed is 24. That's really high. That means if we make him our prophet, he's going to be super fast, riding around, being available wherever he's needed. And that's going to be important because he's going to give us the option to do Divine Blessing. Divine Blessing gives us blessing for all of our units. If we have a lot of those Gen Guards or other units that we have later on, they're going to be blessed and get all of those, the solar weapons, the increased attack, morale, all that stuff. So I think I want to get one of those units right away. We'll take him there. That's 1 commander point. We have 2. Let's schedule a Carib here as well. Why a Carib? Well, it's either that or the Mu-Carib, the giant version of it. The Carib is only 80 gold, so it will only cost us, he's sacred as well, it will only cost us divided by 30 there, so not very much money in upkeep. Not great, normally only has 3 in research, but we are in a province right now with magic scales of 3, so we get a bonus of, normally it has 7, in research. We get an extra 3 by the fact that we have 3 magic scales, so that's 10. And once our goddess, our pretender comes in, she will give him another 2, so it'll be 12. So between the scales, 3, and the goddess 2, that's 5. So every unit that can do any research will get a boost of 5. So it's really worthwhile for us to have a lot of units that can do it. Even if they're not very good by themselves, 5 right away is great. We could give them like the quill pen. I think that gives them another 6. That's going to cost us gems though, so maybe we won't do that. I don't know. Anyway, the way to calculate how many research points a unit gets, like I said here, they get 7 normally. You take the number of levels in magic they have, that's 1. Double it, so that's 2. You add 5, that's 7. Now in our case, then we get 3 from scales, and then plus 2 from Adara later on. So I'm thinking about getting him. I did say maybe we want to get the Mukarib instead. Why? Well, he's level 2 priest. I think he gets other options in battle as well, but he only gets the same number of research points. The reason I'm interested in him, though, is because of this here, Astral Mage, level 1. That means he can be a Communion Slave. Communion Slaves can grant their powers to a Communion Master, and the Communion Master would then get an increase in level in all of his magic abilities. If he is skilled in fire, air, and astral, obviously, then he would get a plus, well, depending on how many slaves he has, he would get an increase in each one of them. So if he has 2 slaves, he would get an increase of 1 in each one of those levels. And if he has 4, it would get an increase of plus 2. So it's really worthwhile, I think. This unit also has a couple of other skills, Fortune Teller, for instance. He costs 50% more in gold, so 50% more in upkeep as well. But it's only 1 unit, right? I'm tempted to get him instead. But realistically speaking, when are we going to need him? Not right away, right? It's going to be a while before we can recruit somebody who is good and we can use them as astral and mages here. There's one over here, for instance. Astral is over there. If we're lucky, we can get that. There's a a djinn we can conjure later on that I'm thinking about getting. He would be maybe a good option to have as a Communion Master. But anyway, let's go back in and select. I think I'm going to select the Carib then. So he's not going to come out next turn, but it will be the turn after. Or should we switch the order around? Because this unit here, the Carib, the leader, he will be able to build labs, and building a lab will get me the option to recruit another commander that's really good. You know, maybe we'll wait. No, I'll wait with this. I'll take this. This is the order I want. Okay. So now we have decided what to build. Let's go ahead and tell our scout. I'm going to go over, I think I'm over here. That's a large province with water. It's going to be helpful, I think. You can go and check that out. And then for our other leader, well, what can we actually do? Space bar, we can do Blood Hunt, Prophet. No, I don't want to do any of those. Okay, well, you can just defend here then. That's fine. So we'll leave them at that. So that's taken care of here. We're moving away. Now we need to check out our research, right? What do we do? This is the tricky part. This is what I don't really know that well. So I'm going to make some mistakes here, I think. Some new mistakes, but we'll see what we can do. I have looked up a couple things, and I want to show you here in Conjuration. If we go down, let me get that out of there. If we go down here, we have a special unit we can get here, the Djinn. If we have level 2 fire, level 1 air, we can get a Djinn for 15 fire gems. The Djinn, well, as I say here, he's going to be pretty good. I think I want to get him. He can be used as a thug. He can also potentially be a Communion Master. That would be great to have in an army, I would think, right? So that's Conjuration level 4, so maybe we'll go for that, right? Alteration, I do want to get to level 1 in Alteration, because then we get Aim. Aim will increase our precision. We have a bunch of these. I didn't show you that, but a bunch of these we can get. I say a bunch because they're really inexpensive. 8 gold, 7 resources. You know, it's a short bow, not that great of a range, but still, you have a lot of these, increasing the precision. We can do damage, right? So that would be tempting to get. What is this? F5, yeah. Tempting to get Alteration level 1, 50 research point there. Don't have anybody right now to research, but we'll get there, right? Evocation. There's a lot of interesting things here. We have the Lightning Bolt. We have a lot of air and fire mages here, so we can do that. Flame Bolt as well. We're already level 1. Later on, there's just so many spells here, but later on, Scorching Wind here. Look at this one. Range 40, pretty good. Fatigue 30. How much does it take? Level 2. air, level 1 fire. So if we have better than that, we can reduce the cost in fatigue. But anyway, he will do fatigue damage quite a bit to enemy here. You can see here, 2d8 fatigue each turn. That will take care of people, you know? If we have waste on survival, which our units do have that, we're not going to take an effect. We're not going to be affected by that. That's going to wear people down right away, like mages in the back. Might be a good idea, right? That's up at level 4 evocation, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Actually, if we go back to air, no, not air. Scorching wind, that was this one here. We also have Smokeless Flame. Level 3 fire, level 1 air. Smokeless Flame will do, well, range 35 is not bad. Damage 45. Magic damage, fire damage. In a large area. So that would be really helpful, right? 15 armor, negating fatigue damage here. Yeah, and damage is huge. So our units tend to have fire protection as well. Well, not units. Maybe the commanders at least have that. So I think I'm going to go for that as well. That was in... not in Alteration, but in Evocation. You can see down here, Smokeless Flame. So Evocation is a good one. If we get up to level 3 Mist... no, not Mist. I was thinking Mist Form. Which, no, I don't remember what that is. But anyway, there's a lot of good stuff here in Evocation. What if we go to level 2 Evocation? What do we get out of that? We get Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt will do damage to 1, and then it will transfer that to somebody else as well. Do a little bit of damage there. Okay, that's a good one. So maybe I want to get to that. We don't have... Well, we have a level 1 Evocation right now. 100 points to get to level 2. What I also want to do, more long-term, Conjuration. Conjuration, if you go down here, here is the Djinn. That's level 4. I want to get there for sure, right? Blood Magic, we don't really need maybe as much. We have some special units we can get in Blood Magic. But we don't have anybody who can actually get that. Don't have any magic users right now that will have that option, that ability to conjure that. Okay, anyway. So I want level 4 here. Alteration, we said maybe go up to... No, I didn't say what to go up to here. We don't have many earth mages, so stone skin and those kind of things we're not going to have much use for right now. Mistform is here, by the way. Level 3. Right, this would be a good one to have for a thug, right? That's level 3. What if we go up to level 2 evocation, so we can get Lightning Bolt? Yeah, we'll do that. And then we can go to... Well, we want to get the Djinn, right? Level 4. But at the same time, we also want to get construction up, so we can start constructing some magic items. We'll go for level 2, because you need a minimum level 2 there to get the lesser magic items. Level 4 would be great, which we will do as well, I think. Then we'll pack in that, and then that. Something like that. Let's do that. We'll see how this goes, right? And I think that's all I want to do. We can press F1 to check and see what we're doing. Yep, okay, we have income 462, no unrest, resources 83, but hopefully we can improve that if we take over that oasis over there. Supply 906, supply used 31, defense 25, and here are our sites. Haven't done any searches yet. Okay, I think that's it. That's all we want to do. End of turn. But I want to tell you too here about the other enemies here. Urmor, Mictlan, Ashdod, Uruk. I'm not going to look at them until we get to find them. Until we find them, right? Do I see anybody yet? No, we don't. That's very good news. So, okay, so here it is. You can see here our Dominion spread. And we have how many units? 70. Horse Tribe Cavalries and Horse Tribe Chiefs. Horse Tribe Cavalries are ranged units, I think, like a light cav. Not very strong. Now, if we get that... well, let's take a look at our units here. We have these two now. What if I put them back with my leader? You know what we should do, actually? Fakir over here. Let's set him up. Spacebar to become the prophet. And then we'll transfer these units to him. There. They can sit in the back. They can basically guard the commander. Let's do that. And then they're going to fire... They're going to have their falcons go off and interrupt the enemy. I don't think I can take on 70 of these archers. That's a little bit too much yet. Pressing T, we can get 2 of these, though. Acheron here is better than Fakir. No, wait a minute. Fakir does have a bonus here. He is a inspirational leader, so we get +1. So even though he can only have 2 units, not counting bodyguards, he gets 1 morale. But I think I'll put him with Acheron over here instead. And we'll put them out here. I don't think I'm going to attack this turn, but when we do attack closest right away. Should we do it right away, or should we say hold? I think I want to do hold. And then we'll, well, let me go ahead and move them down here, actually. There, we'll take them, control right-click. We'll take the next unit. These are the heavy infantry that we have as well. Actually, I'll put them here. You can just right-click, not control right-click. And then go down here. So they can be kind of spread out a little bit, so nobody can come around our flank and attack our other units. We'll take the Nabian Desert Warriors over here. They're the ones with the ranged unit, but they're kind of squishy. They don't have very much protection. No, not much armor. And they can't do anything. They're undisciplined, so we can't do anything about that. Hold an attack, closest enemy as well. So they're going to hold back. Our falcons will fly over there, interrupt the enemy, and then we'll see what we can do, take out the enemy. So these units are blessed units, right? Well, they will be blessed if our prophet is there. Okay, battle orders for you. I'm going to put you, our general, put you back here. Stay behind troops, yep. And you stay behind troops as well. I think that's good. Now, look at this here. There are 20 enemy units, barbarians here. We have an option of attacking them or heavy infantry, heavy cav. These are easier. These 20 units, I probably could take them on. If there really is 20. It could be 30, right? It's very easily 30. Barbarians are very strong, do a lot of damage, but not much armor. So if there are units there, our falcons will fly out, interrupt a couple of them, and they will attack the others. So maybe half will be interrupted for a little bit, and then we will attack the others. But can we take them on? Well, I did not recruit anything but these units. Should we try to get... see what we can get now? If we go into our recruitment screen again. So we have this guy coming in. He has 1 more point left. I'm going to get another one of those. And we have 1 of these Jan guards. We'll see if we can get 1 more. Yeah, that's 2. More resources are available. Let's then pick these. You can see the difference here. 26 in resources over here and 20 over there. That's quite a bit less, right? And less gold as well. Less recruitment points as well. But we have a lot of recruitment points here. So if I add them in here, we can get 1. In each group that you have of units, you want to make sure you have a fair number of them, because otherwise they more easily break, I think it is. So we could just take them out for now and instead put in 1 of these and get 1 more. Maybe we'll do that so we have more of a solid group of people there. Yeah, let's do that. And then we have 5 more points left. I think I might go for another one of those units. Then we'll switch over to the light infantry. Okay, so that's that. I think I'm going to go ahead now. He's going to be a prophet, actually. We're not going to do anything else. We're going to wait 1 more turn. I'm going to wait 1 more turn. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. F1. Are we doing anything? Yeah. Our scout is over here. Let's see if we can find... That's a lot of units there. I'm surprised. If we go up here and look at the Throne of Ascension, let's do that now. And we'll wait with the other units. Right. Okay. Let's go and end the turn. And it's going to take a long while to do the turns later on, but I'll pause it while that happens. Proclamation from Nabah now. Okay, so we have our prophet now. That's him here, Fakir. And we still had, now we have 30 units here, and 30 there. Let's see, T, and let's get a couple more in here. Okay, good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. 2 more here. And we're going to go and attack, I think, now. We'll give that a shot. I think I can win. I think I can win anyway. Now, we're going to tell him, though, we're going to give him specific orders here, actually. We're going to say Divine Blessing first. And then, I think I'm going to do Heavenly Fire. That does that extra damage, or damage on 1 unit. So, Heavenly Fire. And we just do that every turn there. And then we'll cast spells. So that's good right there. We also have one of our Caribs over here. They're going to research, but should we take him in? If we have Barbarians, they don't have any armor. We can tell him to do Flying Shards. He's level 1 Earth. Do a little bit of damage. You know what I'm saying? What if we hold one turn, because the range is not great, then we'll do Flying Shards. And then we'll tell him to cast after that as well. I'm going to put him up here so he's a little bit closer to the action there. Okay. I think this is going to be good. We'll see. It's going to be close, I think, but we'll try it now. We'll attack here. White Waste. And then we'll recruit more units. And I'm going to go for... Yeah, we're going to go for repeat recruitment here. And then let's now start getting... Well, we need to get as many of these Jangards as we can. So maybe we... Okay, we'll take that. And then we'll take a light infantry unit. Start gearing up for that. And we still need to move our scout. He's up here. How many units? 230. It might be level 2. Level 2 throne, right? That's a lot of units. Deers, Vinemen and Boars, Wolf Tribe Archers, and Wolf Tribe Warriors. You know what? This might also give us an option to get some kind of mage or something like that. Well, let's go ahead and go to the next turn. I want to see what happens here. We did do our recruiting. I always forget something, but we'll repeat that as well. And we have our research set up. Yes, we do. We're not doing anything with that, but okay, that's fine. And the reason I'm bringing the Carib over here is because I want to set up a lab over here. We don't know what's in there value-wise because we haven't actually expanded our dominion there. But let's go to the next turn and see if that battle went in our favor. I'm going to be curious about that. Proclamation, so more profits. Okay, let's look at this battle now. And this is a very first battle, so let's go on a little bit slow speed. There. So here's our units. See the falcons over here? Let's go ahead and check that out. We have 3 because our leader here, our prophet as well. So the falcon here, it can fly. Right, so it can fly back there. Not very good. Protection 0, defense 16. But still, he's going to do that. That's our leader. There is our Carib. And we're going to run forward with these in just a minute. What do we have? Well, not that many, actually. There's some with the maul, so that's a blunt weapon. They do more damage to the head, I think, right? And then some with a sword, which tends to be a little bit better than mauling, than blunt damage, slash damage. Okay, we'll see what happens here. Isn't there any commander back here? There is none. Okay. All right, we'll see what happens. Let's see if we get our falcons here. Oh, before we do that, let's go ahead and turn on the standard battle log with a different background so we can see a bit better. Okay, Divine Blessing. And then our arrows come flying in. They don't have really any armor, so protection 7. So we're going to be doing some damage there. Let's see if our falcons now will fly over here. I don't know. We set to guard. Yep, they're coming in here. They're going to stop a couple. They didn't stop for very long, did they? Well, a little bit anyway. If we have more units, they would stop longer. So now they're back there. So hopefully we won't be surrounded so quickly. They haven't moved yet. They're all confused. So they're back here. Here's our units. Ooh, close call. We said attack closest. So that's okay. Now we're going to come in here on the flank. There's the Heavenly Fire. And by the way, if you want to see what's going on, look at that shard coming in. Oh, did we take damage here? Yes, we did. We can check out and see what happened. Here's my soldier. 1 died already. Why did he die? Barbarian hit him. Yeah, they do a lot of damage. This other one. Yeah, 15 points of damage. Now, if we can just survive, we have a lot of hit points, so we should not too many should die here, right? Our Jangards is what I want to keep alive. Our 3 falcons are dead, but we knew that, right? They're coming in here now, but in the meantime, we're doing damage. I think we're going to be taking out these. They have not any protection. They have regular hit points, so just 1 hit should do it. Let's see if we can do it here. I don't know how much damage we're going to do on this. A little bit of damage there on the shards. Okay, let's go ahead and speed it up now. Let's see what happens. There's 1 unit back here. Who are you? He's not moving. Slow. Okay, they're going to try to get around. Oh, he's enraged, isn't he? Gone berserk. Okay. But you know what? These have 17. Well, they shot him down, but they have 17 in attack. Okay, their morale broke. So good. Alright, that should take care of it. We can just go ahead and... yeah, we routed them. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. We lost 3 of those soldiers. That's actually expensive. Very expensive, but kind of a Pyrrhic victory a little bit there. But okay, we got 1 territory. Remember, we should have seen an increase in the resources now. So I did not know how much it was in there, but 29. So it's about the same as the other one we were checking up there. So we should see 109. Yeah, it went up quite a bit. So that's huge. Number 1 is to take all these provinces around our city. Don't know about this one here. Okay. So what do we have then in... what are we recruiting again? Yeah, we're doing good here. We have no more holy points. We have 11 resources there, so we can actually get another one. We'll set that up. And having taken this, we need to increase our province defense. 0 right now. And it costs more money the more you spend, the more units you get. The first one will cost 1 gold. So barbarians here. And a free general. If I do 2 more golds, it doubles every time. Or it increases by 1 every time. There, it's going to cost us 2. And the next one will cost us 3. Is that worthwhile? Maybe, maybe not. I'm just going to put it on 1. How long would it take us to get another type of unit in there? It would be forever. There, 20. And we would only get our desert warriors and some light infantry. That's not worth it. Let's go back here instead and put it just on 1. Just so we have a token. This general is pretty good. He can do damage. So we'll do it. Leave it at that. I want to save all the money I have. So now we'll take Ecumenes over here. And he can do... he can build a lab for 250. Because that will let us recruit more units. Units that are very good. There's 20 units here, mainly archers and heavy infantries. That is tempting. Over here, though, we had militias, heavy infantries, and archers. This area right here is not adjacent, so I don't want to spend time right now on that. Instead, we'll take these 2, head on back home, and we're recruiting more. So we should see more here come up. Did I not... oh, wait a minute, that's the wrong area. There. We have a couple waiting in the wings. We're going to get more once we get back over here. Then we can continue to attack here, right? We did get another one of these Caribs. And they give us 10 in research. I'm going to go ahead and let him get started on research right away. And then we have our scout over here. You can head on down here because I want to see what we can find here. I think that really covers it. Once we get better units, we'll start looking for magic sites as well. And that's really all I have time for this time. Come back next time, guys, and join me for more. By the way, give me a like if you like this. I just do this for fun, and I really do appreciate if I can get a like out of it. Or even if you give me a dislike. That also is good for YouTube, actually. So, anyway, I will catch you later, guys. Bye.